Alright, today I'm setting up a new setup for myself. Um, I'm making, from two skates that I own, I'm making two new skates. So I have this skate, obviously it usually has the wheels on it. That's actually, to those of you that care, this is the skate that's been used for Big Wheels, the movie that Joey created. Um, So I have this skate which has 80mm rockered frame, rockered like that. And then I have this skate, the Trix, which has a lower cuff, carbon fiber shell with 90mm flat frame. So for the past 2 months probably I've been skating on the Trix, and I really like the 90mm frame. Now, just one thing, this is a 90mm frame, but the length of it is 273, which means it's as short, as tight as possible as compared to, let's say, a rollerblade frame and 90mm wheels. You see it's, 285, because there's some space between the wheels. The frame is a little longer, but on the Sebas, you can see how tight the wheels are. So what I'm trying to say is, even though it's a 90mm frame, which is commonly known as, crazy long frame, in its tightest form, when the wheels are pretty much tight together, with the right boot, I don't find them to be too big. Even for myself, that my skate size is between 7.5. So if you're in size 9 or 10, especially for you, it will be, definitely won't be too big. So I find the 90s to be still very maneuverable. I still can do whatever I need to do in terms of turning and whatever. But it does give me a lot more speed and a lot more stability. So what I want to do now is take the 90mm frames and put them on those skates, which have a plastic shell, so it does absorb shock a lot better, where the carbon fiber transfers energy better, which means you get more speed. But if you want to do tricks and jumps or stair bashes, the energy is transferred too efficiently, which means like it creates a lot of shock. So if I do a gap or a jump in those, there's no good shock absorption, and I don't like that feeling. So I'm gonna try to install them on those skates and experiment. Well, I do know that I love the 90s. I think this is gonna be my new setup for tricks and jumps and grinds. So my big wheels are getting bigger. So to those of you out there that are think that 80s is as high as you can go, or 84s, let me tell you, 90s are interesting. So, and then I'm gonna take those frames, the Rockered 80, and put them on my Trix, and then use them for slalom skating, because they would be really stiff, really responsive, really precise, and I won't be doing any jumps with them. I hope you enjoyed it and took a few pointers from my presentation, and hopefully, hopefully you're gonna try 90s, because I do really believe in 90mm wheels. I think it's one of the best setups all around. But that's just my opinion. You make up your own mind. But make up your mind once you use 90s with the right skate, with the right frame, with the right wheels. Don't just use a shitty pair of 90mm wheels and say, oh, those are too floppy or they're not stable. If you use the best stuff, 90s is a really, really good setup for anything.